part 2. And they're all like, I can't wait this long for that long, for this long, for that long. So what I do is I break it up into pieces. When I make bread, I actually make a big thing. Like if I'm going to make a certain kind of bread, a sweet bread, then I'm going to keep it sweet. But say if I'm going to make like an average bread, an oatmeal, or you know, just a kind of off-white, I'll save pieces, right? Because I make a little too much and I'll put it all together. And guess what that winds up being? Little personal pizzas. Or I can make twice as much bread. Or I'll make bread twice and combine the pieces and to make pizzas. Or, you know, there's just like so many different ways you can go with with preparing yourself ahead of time. Knowing what you want to create. Knowing what you need to prep. Put the beans in water. Put them in the fridge. Let them sit there 2 days. Pull them out. Put some cumin and some other spices in them, some salt. And then I was like, cooked them. An hour and a half, was doing other things in the house. And then pulled them off and let them cool. Put them in the fridge. Alright? Bing, bang, boom. Beans are done. Then next thing I did was pull the chicken out. And I actually let it sit a day longer than I wanted to. Same with the beans sitting there, but they're still good. No, I'd know if they was bad. Beans ain't no joke when they go bad. Alright, so, like I said, I'm going to do this by hand because beans can be very, very, very black if you get too much juice in there. And, let me use a little bit of it. Okay. And then wrap it. I was going to put some ancho chili in there. I kind of forgot. And ancho chili takes some soaking, so I don't want to do it right now. And what I'm also doing is getting heavy cream. And I don't have milk, so what we're going to do is just going to put a lot of water in there and get all this heavy cream out of here. Alright. I want you to see what I'm doing. Okay. Now the reason why the beans look a little purple is because I put a little acid on them. Because acid helps bring the flavor of the fat out in beans. Alright, now we're just mixing this together. And this is my cornstarch slurry. Add that. It does not have enough of stuff in here. So we can take the rest of this, okay, the bean au jus, if you want to call it that. It's actually what it is, it's bean au jus. Spice bean au jus. Spice bean au jus. A jus choo-choo. I've been up for 48 hours, but all I gotta say is Cobra Grow and dead head, something like that. Yes, fix me right. Y'all know what I use when I've got doctors working with me, and I got doctors, and this is Oregon, so I got a special doctor, and yeah, went and saw a special guy and got things right. Righteous. You'd be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. Let's look at this wonderful food. That's what I'm talking about. Yum. Yum, num, num. When you got the nug, shoom, zoom, zoom. With a boom, boom. Nice, gentle flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat down. Okay. Now how fast was that? That was like 10 minutes, right? Of actual cooking time. Here's our... It's weird that rice does that once and then you go like this. Watch. And go bam. Just one time. And then it doesn't do it again. And then we're just going to let this thicken a little bit. And I might even put a little bit more on. I got heavy creamer here. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to spice it a little bit more. Alright. And what am I going to spice it with? I'm going to first work on the acid concept. I'm going to use the rest of my distilled vinegar. Ooh, that was a lot. That was a lot of acid right there. That was enough. Alright. It's done. I'm going to add a little heat. The habanero type. That's in the low heat. And rice over here working a little faster. So, I mean, like what I'm saying is, you do stages of meals, man. You do, while you're doing one thing, you're doing another thing. And so, like, instead of sitting and waiting for pasta for 20 minutes to cook, you do 6 other things, and maybe 2 of them are for the next night's meal. You know what I mean? And like the beans, you gotta soak beans for a night before you cook them. Alright? And this did not take up much of the gray at all that black beans put off. Hi guys. I rinsed a lot of it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to spice it right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with some of this smoky paprika. This stuff is pretty hot, and I just put in a tablespoon of it. Okay, and I put in the salt, and let's hit it with a little black pepper, just about a half teaspoon. We're going to come with one of the major elements, cumin. Hit it with a teaspoon. And then, a little sneaker right here, we're going to take a teaspoon of sugar in there. And what that's going to do is going to work against that heat. Alright, we've got acid now, fat, umami from the chicken, the beans working with the chicken to create even more protein, the wonderful mirepoix, the extra flavor of the green beans in there, and then we're going to add, and then I did put several different kinds of peppers, from smoked chipotle to smoked hot paprika to chili pepper to cumin, and then the habanero you just saw me put in there. And it's not very hot, so I'm going to heat it up just a little bit more. And the lemon zest is it's really a garnish, but I'm not going to be able to keep it moist, you know, for days in the fridge. So I'm going to do one little garni for you guys. This is some of that smoky Cajun. This will go nice. Just a teaspoon of that. That'll kick up the smoky, the heat. It's a nice blend, and it'll bring things together well. So we're going to move this one more time. And then, oh yeah, that's perfect, man. Oh, I can just, everything just wound together at once perfectly in this nice aroma. Let's try this. Don't ever burn your tongue. It's soup. It's hot. It's hot soup. You'd be like making this all this soup. You'd be like, you gotta run for a cube then. Be sticking your mouth on shit like this. Just like grab it right out of there like, man. It works. Bam. So yeah, I have to wash that now. Alright, Chef John, Ghetto Gourmet. That's how we do it. Black bean soup. Peace, y'all. Much love. And we got some pearl rice working on the way. Catch you back in a second, I say.